what does supervision means? So supervision means instructing, guiding, monitoring and observing the employees while they are performing jobs in the organization. Okay, definitely a superior, okay, he should keenly observe what the subordinate is doing in the work. Okay, is he doing the work properly or not, the assigned work properly or not, according to the plans and policies of the organization? Do the work is done by the employee or not to the maximum extent? Okay, and the word supervision is the combination of two words. Okay, what are the two words means? Super means over and above. Okay, so super means over and above, and vision means we all know seeing. Okay, so a superior is, okay, over and above the subordinate. Okay, so the immediate boss of the subordinate will be the supervisor. Okay, so the superior. Okay, so this superior means over and above this subordinate. And what is this vision means? This superior will always observe this subordinate's work performance. Okay, so how the work is done by him, which is assigned by this superior. Okay, so this is the supervision. So supervision means the activities of the employees from over and above are observed by the superior. Okay, now coming to here the management, supervisor, subordinate. So we will see this in supervision. So management means the top management. So they frame the policies and procedures and plans. Okay, so these will be communicated by the supervisor to the lower level or lower level management. Okay, so he will communicate properly and effectively to the lower level management. So what the work should be done. Okay, how should they the subordinates should perform, so what to do, how to do. Okay, all this can be explained or communicated by this supervisor to the subordinate. And here these arrow marks, okay, these shows that the plans and policies of the top level management are communicated by the supervisor to the lower level management. And this arrow mark, it shows from subordinates to the top level management, means the suggestions and complaints of these subordinates will be communicated to the top level management by the supervisor. Okay, so ultimately we can say that this supervisor acts as a linkage between the top level management and the subordinates. Okay, so definitely there will be any benefit to the organization, means definitely there will be benefit. Why? Because so whenever this supervisor acts as a link between the top level management and subordinates, definitely this effective communication, okay, it will reduces the conflicts, it will reduces the misunderstandings between the top level management and the lower level management. Okay, so a good cooperation and coordination can be seen, which results in the enhancement of the performance of the organization. Okay, so ultimately we can say that the supervisor acts not only as a linkage between the top level management and lower level management, but also, okay, he acts as a thinker, a influencer, a philosopher to the subordinates. Okay, he increases the morale of the employees, okay, by communicating effectively, by influencing them, okay, by leading them, by guiding them, okay, and continuously observing and monitoring them. Also, he is trying to increase or enhance the performance of the subordinates. If at all there is any flaws in the work, means definitely a feedback will be given by the supervisor to the subordinate. Okay, the feedback will be very helpful for the subordinates. Why? Because if at all there are any flaws in their work, means definitely by the feedback of this supervisor, these subordinates try to enhance their performance. Okay, so in this way the functions performed by the supervisor will be ultimate in the organization. Okay, so Now coming to the importance of supervision. So all these are the important activities of the supervisor or supervision under direction. Okay, if we see, ensures issuing of instructions, facilitates control, optimum utilization of resources, discipline, feedback, improves communication, improves motivation, improves motivation. Okay, so all these are the importance of supervision. Okay, so we'll see first one, ensures issuing of instructions. So what does ensures issuing of instructions means? The supervisor make sure that all the instructions are communicated to each and every employee. Okay, so the top level and middle level plan out all the instructions, but the instructions are issued only by supervisory level management. Okay, so we know that ensures issuing of instructions means, definitely we all know that top level and middle level management, they will plan the action to be done. Okay, so they will plan how the work should be done, what persons should we allot the work, okay, work to be done. So all these will be made by the top level management and middle level management, but this plan of action will be implemented, okay, or else communicated by the supervisor to the lower level management. Okay, so through the instructions or through the orders, okay, issued by the top level and middle level management, they were communicated by the supervisors to the lower level management. Okay, so here it ensures, the supervisor ensures that the instructions are issued properly, communicated properly to the lower level management. Okay, even though those were framed by the top level and middle level management. Here, next one, facilitates control. So facilitates control means match between actual and planned output. Okay, so here whenever the workers are under constant supervision or monitoring, then step by step, okay, check is kept, and if they are deviating from the plan, okay, then immediate instructions are issued by the supervisor. Okay, so by this constant monitoring, the supervision function ensures strict control over activities of subordinates. So this is known as facilitates control. Okay, so finally we can say that controlling means constant supervision or monitoring or step by step checkup by the supervisor. Okay, it helps or else it facilitates to know whenever the subordinates are deviating from the plan. Okay, definitely the supervisor will find out and he will try to make sure that to perform the worker properly. Okay, so the supervisor or the supervision function ensures strict control over activities of subordinates. So finally control means a match between actual and planned output. Okay, and coming to the third one, optimum utilization of resources. So optimum utilization of resources means whenever the worker are constantly monitored or observed, then they always use the resources in the best possible manner. Okay, which leads to minimum wastage. Okay, so this facilitates control, this leads to optimum utilization of resources. Why? Because there is a constant monitoring or observation by the supervisor on these subordinates is there, so they will definitely work or else they will definitely use the resources in the best possible manner, and this reduces or this leads to minimum wastage in the organization. Now coming to the fourth one, the discipline. So the fourth aspect is the discipline in importance of supervision. So the strict supervision. Okay, the strict supervision and guidance of supervisor, this encourages the employees and the workers to be more disciplined in their activities. So under the guidance of the supervisor, okay, the workers follows a fixed, okay, or strict timetable and execute the plans in right directions. So that is known as a discipline. Okay, so definitely a strict supervision leads to the control. A strict control leads to optimum utilization of resources, and a strict control monitoring leads to the discipline in the worker also. Okay, so discipline in the sense they are working or using the resources optimum utilization of resources with minimum wastage, okay, can be seen, and the execution of plans also followed. Okay, a strict timetable will be followed here. Okay, means whenever they are following a strict timetable, definitely they are in a disciplined way, they are doing their activities in a disciplined way. Okay, now coming to the next one, the feedback. So the supervisors are directly dealing with the subordinates, so they are the best persons to give feedback of subordinates. Why? Because both subordinates and superiors are working at the same place only. So definitely the supervisors know about the subordinates work performance. So we can say that these superiors are the best persons to give about the feedback of that particular worker or subordinate. So they give the report regarding the working of every worker, which becomes the base for the performance appraisal for the employees. Okay, so definitely it will be helpful for the top level management, okay, to give or else to evaluate the performance appraisal of the employees in the organization. So the supervisor gives feedback regarding the complaints, grievances, and also the problems, if at all any problems of subordinates, to the superiors or else the supervisors. Okay, so supervision gives the feedback, okay, regarding the complaints, also grievances and problems of subordinates, okay, to the top level management. Okay, on one hand they are giving about the evaluation of performance of subordinates to top level management, and in return they are telling, they are communicating about the problems or else the grievances of the subordinates to the top level management. Okay, so another one, improves communication. So we all know that communication is nothing but the exchange of information, okay, between the persons. So in organization, if we see communication means a proper communication means a proper instruction or direction by the superiors to the subordinates to do the work properly according to the plans of the organization, okay, effectively and efficiently. And supervision issues instructions and orders to all the subordinates and make sure that these instructions and orders are clear to all members. Okay, so that likewise communication, it improves, supervision improves the communication by giving instructions and directions or else orders to the subordinates. Okay, and also not only giving orders and instructions, but at the same time they will see that, or else they will make sure that these instructions are followed properly by all the members or are communicated to all the members. So when playing the role of the linking pin or a mediator, the supervisor tries to remove the communicating gap between the supervisors and subordinates as he passes on the complaints and problems of subordinates to superiors and instructions of superiors to subordinates. Okay, so likewise we have seen in this feedback only. Okay, he communicates the pains and grievances of subordinates to top management, and top management plans and policies to subordinates. So a good communicator, okay, he will act as a good communicator between the top management and the lower level management. He acts as a linkage between the top level management and lower level management. So this improves communication between the top level management and the lower level management. Now coming to improves motivation. So here motivation means here the relationship with the supervisor is a very good incentive to improve the motivation level of the employees. Okay, so while guiding the employees, the supervisors encourage the subordinates to perform to their best capacity. Okay, so they will act as an influencers, motivators, okay, to subordinates. Okay, these are the persons who give the best feedback to the subordinates. So while giving feedback about their performance, okay, they will also motivate them, okay, towards by showing good incentives, okay, like pay, bonus, likewise if at all there is enhancement in their performance. Okay, so definitely incentives will be given to them. Why? Because these supervisors only give report to the top level management, okay, about the performance evaluation. So definitely they will motivate the subordinates that incentives will be there. So in that way, like pay, bonus, okay, so he will motivate the subordinates in that way. Okay, so while guiding the employees, these supervisors encourage subordinates to perform their best capacity, okay, by showing the motivators, okay, or else the incentives. So another one is another one is this is not improves motivation, maintain group unity. Okay, so the last one is maintain group unity. So supervisors plays a key role in maintaining group unity among workers. Working under him, he maintains harmony among workers by solving their disputes. We all know that people working together, okay, definitely there will be some conflicts between the group members. So while doing the work, okay, so the supervisor, he will tries to resolve all the problems, or else the miscommunications or misunderstandings between the people in the group. Okay, he will try to resolve those. He will try to resolve the conflicts, try to enhance the coordination between the employees in the organization, or else at his work. Okay, so in that aspect, okay, this supervisor plays an important role in uniting the people, in coordinating the people. Okay, so therefore we can say that supervisor, he will maintain a group activity, or else he maintains a group unity. So these are all the important aspects under supervision, we can see. So supervisor, we can also say that these are all the functions of supervisor also. So why these are all can be known as the important aspects, or else the important functions that a supervisor performs, or else the important elements under the supervision. Okay, so now coming to uh, this is about all this is about the functions, or else the importance of supervisor. Okay, so here we can see in this figure, the supervisor, he will act as a linkage between top level management and lower level management, and at the same time here we will see the feedback. Okay, so here feedback plays very important role. Why? Because the employees, or else the lower level management, they will come to know about their performance levels, okay, by the feedback given by the superior. Why? Because this superior will be all the time with the lower level management. Okay, so definitely he can analyze the work performance of these people. So definitely the feedback will be good feedback to these people. Okay, if at all there is any flaws in the work performance of these people, means definitely they will try to enhance their capabilities, try to enhance their performance levels. So this will ultimately helps the organization as well as the individuals also. So we can say that supervision means overseeing what is being done by subordinates and giving instructions to ensure optimum utilization of resources and achievement of work targets. Okay, and else supervision is a managerial position in organizational hierarchy at operational level. Okay, so we can say that this supervision means we all know it is a managerial position at operational level or else the middle level management. Okay, and the functions and performance of supervisor are very important in an organization. Why? Because he directly relates with worker as well as the top level management. Okay, at the same time he works as acts as a link between worker and management. He conveys the ideas of the management and the pains or else the grievances of this lower level management to top level management. If at all there are any misunderstandings between the top level management and lower level management, they will be communicated properly by this supervisor or else uh, the manager. Okay, properly to both, okay, these workers and the management. So thus it may reduce the conflicts between the top level management and the lower level management, and at the same time he ensures that the performance of the work is going on according to the plans and policies of the organization, according to the targets of the organization. Okay, so supervisory leadership plays a key role in influencing the workers in the organization. Okay, so this is about the supervision. Okay, in next class we'll go to motivation. Okay.